Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Steve Kimbrough. Some of you know me as the PodBrother. Some of you know me, hey, stop that guy. He has my wallet. Pick the one you like best. I am on the phone with the very talented, the very funny Corey Roberts, comedian extraordinaire, actor, writer. Pick a talent and he has it. Corey, what's happening?
Happy Thanksgiving, bro. How are you, my friend?
I am thankful that I have you as a friend and I have you as a guest on my show. So my Thanksgiving is going very well so far.
Likewise, yeah. I'm low calorie too, so you don't feel bad about yourself in the morning after you've had me on. That's
so I can
what everybody says.
I can stuff as much as I want with the understanding that it's all low calorie.
Right, and you could stuff as much of me as you wanted, and you wouldn't feel a thing.
Low calorie Corey.
That's maybe.
That's what I can call you. Right on. So
my business card says.
You are you're in the middle of travel right now, so you're somewhere between A and B, the airport and family, couch. I don't know where are you right now.
I made it to my destination. I'm in Eugene, Oregon. I flew up from Los Angeles, and here's the great thing about that is you have to go through Seattle to get there. So you can almost, fly over your house and know that you're not going to be there for another 9 hours. But I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground now and just waiting to get driven to my childhood home and look how much smaller everything looks.
I've been to Eugene.
Now that I'm a grown-up.
I've been to Eugene. That's a pretty sleepy town.
It's a sleepy place, but what's nice about it is the things that used to be illegal here are all legal now. So all of the public drinking and all of the marijuana, that's all considered a craft industry now. So, you used to not be able to drink, and be walking around boozing, but now it's just, called like a beer tasting or a wine sampling. And you used to not be able to smoke weed, but now you smoke weed and it's supposed to be, good for you. And it's, this strain crossbred with peppermint and thyme, and it's supposed to cure Alzheimer's, and everything is like a medicine or a craft. You can get away with whatever you want here. So it's sleepy, but the dreams are good. We'll put it that way, mate.
Well, that's a good thing if you are into dreaming.
Yeah.
So does that mean?
Sometimes you.
Does that mean everybody who is like in jail right now that got busted for drinking and smoking is grandfathered out? Do they release those people who, or it's like, no, at the time you committed those crimes, you have to serve your time. I'm sorry, the timing of your use sucks, but
I don't know if they're out. That's a good question. I think even if they're in, though, the good news is that all of the prison guards are either drunk or stoned, so it can't be that hard to escape, can it? I mean, if you see a prison guard, you just, chewing on the foil wrapper of a Nestle Crunch bar, trying to get that last bit of chocolate off of it, he's going to drop those keys at some point.
That's your first clue right there. He's going to be a little bit distracted, so your escape plan should go off without a glitch.
Yeah, when he's talking about the universe and has frosting on his chin, and he's talking about how we're all just dust in the wind, you could probably say, "Hey, man, if you're hungry, I can go and get us a Pizzone right now." He will probably hand you the keys to his squad car. You can go. You get off on your own. He's like, "Look, man, I trust you. You're my brother, so I think that I really want us to go on this journey together." So I don't know that anybody got an amnesty, but I can't imagine that life is too tough for anybody up here right now. It is freezing. It's gray, but I think we're all doing all right.
'Tis the season.
It can't be a whole lot worse than being, with your family at Thanksgiving. That's the prison that we all have to.
Yeah, but at least you make parole in 4 days. So that's nice.
Right. I'm going to be so. It's going to be like Con Air. They're going to put me in shackles. They're going to wheel me in like Steve Buscemi onto that puddle jumper back to Los Angeles. And
Exactly.
then I'm set free by John Cusack.
Sitting next to Dave Chappelle.
Right. Yeah. Yes. I told her, man. Some of the white people here in Oregon had to get out of there.
That's a pretty good Dave Chappelle, man. You've been working on that. That's very good. That's very good.
That's my man. Dave Chappelle is one of my favorites. He's worthy of an impression. I should work on that.
Yeah. Let's talk about your career a little bit. I know we were chatting a little bit earlier, but so what do you got? What do you got going? I know you did a little game shows. You got some comedy club stuff. You're a comer. You're on the way up. What are some of the things you got going on right now?
I did. I was taking a break from stand-up for a little while because I was punching up a script that I wrote, and hopefully that'll hit the shelves or hit the theaters at some point here. But in the meantime, I ended up on a couple of TV shows. I did a show for Oxygen called Love, and it's a really fun storytelling show where you tell the story of a sort of romantic comedy situation that you may put yourself into, and then they have people reenact that story. And so I can't say too much about mine because it hasn't aired yet, but it involves the theft of foreign car parts in the pursuit of a young lady. So people should look out for that on Oxygen.
So that hasn't aired yet, so you can't give too much of that away, right?
I can't give too much of it away. I'll just say that it's worth the watch. And to reenact the story are very good, and the guy who plays me is like a better looking version of me. So I think, well, that's what people think of me. This is a very real show. There's reality television that's cooked, but this is the real thing, clearly.
Nice.
And then we also the celebrity name game with Craig Ferguson, who's one of the funniest people there is, at least one of the funniest Scotsmen out there right now. And that was really fun. We had some celebrity teammates, and I did it with a really good friend, a comedian friend of mine, Tyler Bowe, and we were on there together. And one question, this has aired, so I can talk about it. We were one question away from the grand prize of $20,000, but just a little bit short because our celebrity teammates did not know that Jackie Robinson was the first black baseball player.
Oh, everybody knows that.
Yeah. Well, not everybody's a sports fan. I think these girls were maybe more into like MMA. If I had asked them who the first black mixed martial artist champion was, I think they probably would have gotten that. Maybe it's not into baseball.
That's awful. I mean, a lot of celebrities, man, they've checked out. They have their assistants tell them what they need to know when they need to know it. They don't even have to look at anything anymore because their life is completely different now. They have other priorities, other things. So they just, they have assistants for that now. They have handlers as if they were a bear.
Well, maybe their handlers should have been my celebrity teammates then. Hey, Corey, your celebrity teammate is the personal assistant of the celebrity, and then that'd be $20,000. You'd be a happy boy.
Yeah, and then you couldn't think of any kind of a word game association with them. You got to think.
In hindsight, I thought of like blank Crusoe, or that would be the Robinson, and then the Jackie would be like blank, Kennedy Onassis, something like that.
Yep.
But in the moment, the only other thing that I was thinking was,
you were shocked.
Take black over and over again. Yeah.
You were shocked that they didn't know it, and it took you out of your game. I know exactly what happened. You were so shocked.
Completely out of my game. All I wanted to do was yell, "He's black." Baseball. I said black already, right? Black guy, black. And I didn't have a second move after that. And I saw some of the Twitter response to it later on, and similar sentiments echoed by the masses.
Wow.
That was maybe something that should have been caught. But really fun, great show. I think people should watch that show too. If anything, to watch people like me not win money. And that's, if you're just sitting at home watching game shows at 2 in the afternoon, you don't want to see people win money. So, watch a show like that and see me not win money. You'll feel better about yourself.
Well, wow. Live and learn. I guess you can learn from that one, huh?
Yeah. If Alex Trebek comes at me with a question like that, I'll have the answer. Or else I'll come across the podium at him. That's my policy.
Sweet. You were amazing in a film that I shot. You did. Your scenes were hysterical. Your celebrity spot dead on, and you were just like a real dream to work with, man. Just a real pro. You were cool. You kind of rolled with all the ups and downs, and you kind of made my life as a director, camera, audio guy, producer pretty smooth. And
thank you so much, Stephen. That was the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me. I'm just going to ask, can I get a transcript of that faxed to my people? We can put that on the back of my business card. I don't think that my resume says anything as good as that about me. Maybe they'll look through my resume from now on. Sorry to interrupt, but I didn't want to let that slide. Thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely.
Cut you off.
I can do that for you, no problem, because it's
great.
That would be an easy
that was
thing
such
for
a
me.
fun. Wasn't that a fun project though? I remember we watched the rough one of it. It must be like a year ago now. But seeing it again, mixed properly, it really had something. That was really fun.
Yeah, the cool thing about it was, it was part of a competition, 48-hour film project, and we had 48 hours to make this, a little 7-minute film, and for me, I was just ecstatic that we even got something done. I mean, it got turned in late, and we didn't make the 48. We were 9 or 50 hours, but we still got screened, and we still got people laughed where they're supposed to laugh, and they enjoyed the film and got lots of compliments on it, and and that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that a lot. I really liked doing I forgot the audio beginning. I forgot that I played an integral part of that.
That's the title. I have no idea.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So my stand-up is going really well. I went to Las Vegas. It's the most Republican city in the nation. I mean, nothing says Republican like gambling, drinking. Eyes up here. Legalize prostitution.
Huh?
Hey, I got a good idea. Can you to the director?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, can you introduce me to Jamie?
Yeah. Oh. Hi, Georgie. Oh, you were so good last night, Georgie.
Big fan.
Okay.
Yeah, just gonna say I'm probably gonna be a really big movie star really soon. Probably the most famous person who's not really in movies or TV right now. Because my cousin says I'm probably gonna be a big deal because we do that. It's funny.
Funny stuff, man. Funny stuff.
Really good project. Really, really good. I hope you're going to have a link up, I'm sure, so you can look at that, see all the good work we did, and they can check it out.
Yeah, I have it up on my YouTube channel right now, which is what I'm pulling the scenes from. So if I can send you the link if you want to send it out to your family and let them see the film. But
yeah, I think I've reposted it once already, but I'll give it a second look, especially now the mixed the Mad Buddies. It's really fun. Really, you were talking about it. It's hard to do everything that you want to do in 7 minutes, and I think you did a really great job of pulling that off. It was a really fun story.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and having you guys as talent doing your thing, really, really made it fun, and really is what made it work. And I couldn't have done it without you guys. I mean, you were brilliant, especially the scene I just played where we're on the boat and you're running down. I can do Arnold Schwarzenegger and I can do Chris Tucker and Bruce Willis, and you're just matter of fact running down these people, and then at the end you're like, I can do Ellen DeGeneres. And then she's can you run through fire? You're like, yeah, I could probably run through fire. I'm a stunt man. I can swim and ride motorcycles.
That could be documentary footage too. You say, what are you going to do? You're going to talk to a hot girl in the bikini, and I say, okay, what are you going to do? Just be yourself. Oh, so lie. Okay.
Oh man,
Easy
it's
enough.
so funny. It's just really, really a funny scene, and yeah, it's cool. So you're doing a little stand up with you working out at some workout clubs right now? Do you have any gigs, colleges? What do you got on the stand up?
I'm doing all the rooms around town. I'm doing the Comedy Store, and I'll do the Flappers and Burke, and you know, I'll get that stuff. But yeah, because I'll do like there's a wings place in Valencia that I'll do just to get the time. You know, like if I'm working out an impression, I was working out an impression of Jalen Rose, who's an NBA analyst, and I really wanted to do it, but I didn't want to do it at an A club, so I went up to this Valencia Hot Wings, and for 20 minutes I just went around people's tables asking them who their favorite players from the 1990s were, you know, and they'd say, Reggie Miller. And then I go into full Jalen Rose. Go, yes, indeed. Why would I not want to play with Reggie Miller, who had gone to UCLA, 11th pick in the draft in 1987, played for Indiana Pacers with Chuck Person, Mark Jackson, Derek McKee, and Rick Smith. Never won a championship, but pushed Chicago Bulls all the way to 7 games before losing to Michael Jordan. Everything that Jalen Rose does is just reading a synopsis of somebody else's career, like your Wikipedia page. But you don't know if people are going to respond to that. So you can catch me in Hollywood doing A clubs, or you can catch me in Valencia interrupting your wings, and all parts in between. ComedyCorey.com is the website. So the dates are up. If they're not up now, I update them frequently, and people can see me in the international commercials that I'm doing. Whenever foreigners need an American to look stupid, they call me, and so I'm in a couple of commercials. You can see those clips, and some of the fun impressions are up there. And I'm just trying to scrape it out, just like everybody who decided that they wanted to get paid for getting a laugh, or trying to scrape out a couple of bucks and lie to a couple of girls.
Well, you know, there you go. I mean, you're doing the right thing. You know, you're out there, you know, making some comedic opportunities happen for you and taking advantage of that stage time to develop your craft. And you keep doing what you're doing, man, and then continue to, you know, do those auditions and those game shows and those short films. And, you know, it's all about building your brand, building your material, getting some depth, and just showing in the industry that you are serious about your craft and your talent, and you take every opportunity that's out there to advance what it is that you're doing. So I see big things.
Well, I hope so, because if they don't, I'm going to be sleeping on your couch. So we've all got a vested interest in that happening. We need, you know, you might need it more than I do, because I've got a bedwetting problem. So
well, you know, I don't mind. I don't mind sharing my friend's couch with you. I'm impressed. I thought I had my own couch to sleep on. I'm impressed with that.
That's right. That's good. That's a good assumption.
So sure, you know, times get tough. I will share my friend's couch with you, no problem.
Yeah. You're like, wait, you let that spindly guy who looks like Mr. Bean come in and live in my house? Yeah, well, he was on the podcast. He sort of forced my hand. I didn't have a choice.
I had no choice. He did a movie for me. I owe him one, so, you know, I'm stuck.
I like it. It's perfect.
So listen, man, I'm writing some features